Lincoln City, the Imps. In the 136 years of Lincoln City, they have never made it higher than the second division. And I mean, they haven't even been in the second division since 1908. That's 112 going on 113 years. Lincoln City currently find themselves in League One, and that's a pretty good feat for them. But today, we look to take over Lincoln City and turn them not only from a League One side, get them into the Championship, get them into the Premier League, but we want to make them the best team in the entirety of Europe. We want to build a dynasty. As today, we will be rebuilding Lincoln City in what is sure to be an absolute monster of a rebuild. Lads, welcome to day 3 of Rebuildmas 2020. If you guys are enjoying Rebuildmas so far, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. The objective of the rebuilds are to win the UEFA Champions League final. All games in the rebuild are simulated. We cannot use the new jump in feature in rebuilds. The Champions League final, however, must be played. And of course, do not get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules and objectives. Now it's time to jump into the rebuild. So anyways, this is the starting 11 for season number 1 here. Some decent players in there. I mean, Liam Bridcut in there, formerly of West Brom, I believe. But in the grand scheme of things, a lot of areas of this side need improvement. We definitely need to come out swinging in this opening transfer window and get some business done. It's going to be an absolute grind to get out of League One and build a good side here, but we're going to have to see what we can do. So our first signing is at the attacking midfield position. It is Emil Fredriksson, the Danish attacking midfielder, signing for £900,000. And I have actually decided to sell Liam Bridcut. I mean, 31 years of age. There is no way I could turn down getting £880,000 from Hammarby. So we're sending the Scotsman to Sweden. And we have used that money and put it towards a new defensive signing. It is Jonas David, signing him from Hamburg in the German second division. The German defender, 63 rated. We've signed him for £1 million. We have also decided to loan out Sam Long on a 2-year loan move to Southend United. And the same deal with Hayden Cann. He's off to Cambridge United for the next 2 years. So there we go, lads. That's the opening window done here with Lincoln City. In terms of opening windows, a little bit tame in comparison to normal, but didn't have much money to work with, and I thought, let's go for 2 decent signings that can make immediate impacts this season and hopefully can get affected by the dynamic player potential bugs. So interested to see what we're going to have come out of this season, but we'll crack on. And just quickly, this is a little look at what the starting 11 now looks like with Fredriksson and David into the side. Like I said, not world beaters in terms of overall, but they fit nicely into the team, and I'm thinking further down the line here. Okay, so remember when I said it'd be pretty hard to get out of League One? Halfway through the season, we currently find ourselves in a playoff spot. 46 points, only 3 points behind Blackpool, who are in an automatic promotion spot. Ipswich and Blackpool in that position. But currently, we occupy 4th position. It's a pretty tight top half of the table, but I'm very encouraged. Have decided to make another upgrade here in January. We have decided to sign Tashan Oakley-Booth here. The English midfielder is joining us from Stoke City for £1.5 million. Oakley-Booth, again, the type of player we exactly needed in our starting 11. Hopefully he can turn into an absolute weapon for us, but that is the January transfer window done and dusted. Let's crack on and see if we have enough to get promoted up to the Championship this early on. Well, that second half of the season was humbling. We have gone from 4th position all the way down to bloody 11th. We have absolutely capitulated here in season number 1, finishing 11th on 62 points. Only, we're 9 points away from the playoffs, which is just absolutely shocking considering how good we started the season off. I mean, Blackpool choked it as well. But right, Season 2 will see us in League 1 again. At the other end of the spectrum, however, it is Ipswich and Portsmouth who are getting automatically promoted. Charlton, Hull, Wigan and Oxford fighting it out for the final playoff spots, or the final promotion spots. And at the other end of the table, Plymouth Argyle, Rochdale, Accrington Stanley and Northampton are all down to the 4th division. Liverpool have taken down Man City to win the FA Cup. Man City not doing too well in cup finals this season. They've lost a Manchester derby in the Carabao Cup. Portsmouth have taken down Newport County to win the EFL Trophy. And it is going to be Hull City defeating Oxford United on penalties to get promoted up to the championship. Okay, maybe I was wrong about City being bad in cup finals. They've won the biggest cup of all. They've won the UEFA Champions League, taking down Inter Milan on penalties. And Real Sociedad come away as Europa League champs in Season 1. So that is season number 1 done and dusted here at Lincoln City. Definitely a little bit more unique in comparison. Didn't make a boatload of transfers, but we look to kick on and roll on in season number 2, hopefully with a successful promotion campaign. Alright, so we are looking for an upgrade in between the sticks here to kick off Season 2. We've decided to sign Mark Travers, who has the real game face in the game, signing him from Bournemouth, £2.35 million for the Irish shot stopper. And we have decided to sell Adam Jackson. We have sent the English centre-back off to Sivasspor in Turkey for £1 million on the dot. And his replacement at the back is going to be a Russian defender. I might be wrong, but I would assume Karpov is probably the first ever Russian player to play for Lincoln City. We've signed him from CSKA Moscow for 1.5 mil. Joe Walsh now finds himself as a Welshman in Mexico. Joe Walsh headed to Pachuca for 800k. And Anthony Scully also off to Mexico. He signs with Puebla for 2.1 mil. So we're in a good position. We've spent a little bit of money, made some improvements, but we've sold a decent amount of players. And we're at the spot now where I kind of want to assess the progress of the squad and how we're going halfway through the season, and hopefully make another big signing in January. But that is the summer transfer window done and dusted. Let's go take another look at the squad. The additions of Travers and Karpov are nice additions, that is for sure. Yeah, I don't know where I'll think to him. Maybe another midfielder instead of McGrandles, maybe another striker or maybe a new striker. Not fully sure on what I want to do in January, but I just really hope we find ourselves towards the bloody top of the table. Tell me, is this deja vu? 4th position on the 1st of January. Barnsley, Peterborough and Luton Town all ahead of us. Slightly a little bit, to be honest, we're only 6 points out in the promotion zone. So yeah, this is very similar to what we found ourselves in last year. I am bloody praying to the FIFA gods that we do not choke again this year. Do not end up in bloody 11. So I'm thinking we're definitely going to pull the trigger on a new striker here. Tom Hopper is out of the club for £820,000. And we have gone and splashed the cash on a new striker. It is Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican striker, is joining us here from Cruz Azul for £4.1 million. Is he going to be the next Chicharito? Who knows? To be fair, won't worry about the next Chicharito. We'll just worry about having Santiago Jimenez as being the next Santiago Jimenez. But there we go, a club record signing here in the January transfer window. Santiago Jimenez into the club, the Mexican sensation. Hopefully he can help us get promotion up to the championship. Let's crack on. I swear to God, if we finish in 11th, I'm going to throw a tantrum. Okay, lads, we find ourselves in 3rd position at the end of the season. We've gone up 1 spot, virtually swapped spots with Barnsley there, but we now have to fight it out with Barnsley, Wickham, and Crew Alexandra for the final promotion spot. Luton Town and Peterborough already booked their tickets to the championship, and we want to get that last minute ticket as well. In the relegation zone, however, you will find Bradford City, Swindon Town, Bolton and Stevenage all back down in the 4th division. Liverpool have taken down Leicester to win the FA Cup this season. Liverpool do the double as well, taking down Wolves in the Carabao Cup. Peterborough have topped off a successful season with an EFL trophy to add to the cabinet. And we have booked ourselves a spot in the Championship playoff final. We almost bottled it. I thought we bottled it there for sure, but we have gone through 4-3. And it looks like we're going to be taking on Barnsley in the playoff final. Get in there, lads! For the first time in 112, or at this point it'd be 113, or even 114 years in this save, 114 years, Lincoln City are headed to the Championship. We're up to the 2nd division, baby. Let's go. Barcelona have won an El Clasico in the Champions League final, however. And Benfica, they break their curse. They win the Europa League 2-1 over Villarreal. George Grant has had an absolute belter of a season here in the promotion campaign. 27 goals. Archibald, our right wing back, getting 14 goals. That is absolutely unbelievable. But there it is, lads. The Imps are up to the Championship. Let's go, lads. We're going to have a tough challenge ahead of us if we want to survive relegation. But I'm so excited to be headed up to the Championship. Lads, I'm actually buzzing about this. Last season when I was going in for a new centre-back, I was like, oh, this Mengi guy could be a great pickup, but we couldn't sign him because he was at Manchester United, and it had that looks like the player is unwilling to relocate sort of deal. But now, Man United, the fools that they are, they didn't renew his contract. So Teden Mengi was a free agent. Not anymore though. Teden Mengi is now a Lincoln City player. What a pickup. Our first player departure here of season number 3, however, is Aaron Lewis. He's headed to Tranmere Rovers for £900,000. And a new addition to the midfield here, Will Smallbone, is signing for £4 million from Southampton. A big pickup for the Championship here. And because we have signed Smallbone, Conor McGrandles has been sold. The Scottish midfielder out of the club for just over £1 million. Remy Howarth also out of the club, off to Ross County for 300k. Gonna sign another free agent regen player, Zach Shackleton, just a little bit of backup and a little bit of support in the striker role for Santiago Jimenez. So there we go, lads. A pretty big window here to kick off life in the Championship. Again, I think the goal for this 3rd season just needs to be survival in the Championship. I hope we have enough. I don't know if we have enough, but let's go see if we have enough. And I mean, this is what the squad is looking like now. Great growth in the past season from Jimenez and Travers. Very happy with that. Archibald growing quite nicely as well. The team quite consistently hanging around that 68 or like high 60s, low 70s mark. Very happy to see that. What did he say? We're coming 5th. We're coming 5th. What? What? I have some questions. How? When? How? Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just the fact that I thought we were definitely guaranteed for a relegation battle. And here we find ourselves pushing for promotion to the Premier League. I'll take it. I will bloody take it. I know how good he was for us last season. I know George Grant, or Jorge, I'm just going to call him George. It's definitely George. He's British, not bloody Spanish. But George Grant, we sold him for £2.5 million to Brentford. That is a price tag I could not reject. And in rebuttal, we have been able to sign an absolute weapon of a signing here. Fantastic pickup for the Championship. It is Marley Ake, the French left winger, is signing for us here from Marseille for £7.1 million. What an absolutely ludicrous transfer window. An okay left midfielder for an insane left midfielder. Ake, I'm so excited to see what he can do for us. And more importantly, I'm excited and interested whether we can get promoted to the Prem. I mean, we're doing so good right now that Lille are offering us £42,000 a week. Oh my God, is this bloody deja vu again? What is happening? We finished in 11th this season after being in the playoffs. That's exactly what happened in season 1 in League 1. So if we're following trends, that surely means we're going to get third and go up through the playoffs next season. And at the other end, or at the top, Southampton and Nottingham Forest both becoming Centurions and both being promoted to the Premier League, with Brentford, Millwall, Preston and Cardiff all fighting it out for the final spot. Reading, Luton Town and Peterborough all have been relegated, however. Manchester United take down Burnley to win the FA Cup, and it is Manchester City winning the Carabao Cup final on penalties. Preston North End have taken down Cardiff City to qualify for the Premier League next season. Barcelona get their hands on yet another Champions League title, and Manchester United defeat Atalanta to win the Europa League. So there we go, lads. Season number 3 done and dusted with Lincoln City. We finished mid-table in the championship, something I definitely would have taken coming into the season. But next year, surely we make a push for at least the playoffs. What is going on with the free agents list in this rebuild? Daniel Arzani, the Australian wonder kid, previously at Melbourne City, signed on a deal for Man City, has been on loan at Celtic and Utrecht, but Man City have decided not to renew his contract, and that is a huge dub for us, because we are picking up Daniel Arzani as our new right winger here at Lincoln City. Welcome, mate. We have also decided to part ways with Jonas David, one of our first signings. We've sent him to Sweden for 1.9 mil. And Harry Anderson also out of the club. Since we got Arzani, there's no need for Anderson. So we've sent him to Besiktas, Istanbul, President's 11 for 2.1 mil. I really wanted Max Melbourne to get ridiculously boosted by dynamic player potential and be an absolute weapon for us, but that's not happening. So we're going to go ahead and sign ourselves a new starting left back here in the championship. It is Luca Netz, an absolute beast on career mode this year, signing from Hertha Berlin for 7.9 mil. So there we go, lads. A big window. Netz and Arzani into the club. David, Anderson and Jones all out of the side. I am very excited and very hopeful for what is in store in this 4th season. I mean, look at the growth of this side. Ake's up to a 77. Smallbone, Jimenez, and Travers are going absolutely off right now. Mengi, Archibald, up to 73. This squad is growing together. It's only really Fredrickson that is lagging behind. And that's surprising given he is our first signing ever. I thought he would have for sure been infected by dynamic player potential, but let's go and see how the push for promotion here with Lincoln City in Season 4 is tracking along. Oh, lads, look at this. We find ourselves in 2nd position here, currently occupying one of the automatic promotion playoff spots. Brighton are absolutely killing it. Brighton 11 points ahead of us. You'd almost suspend betting on them getting promoted now, but we find ourselves in 2nd position with a lot of big clubs breathing down our necks. Gonna sign ourselves some more cover in terms of youth players. Vitaly Kuzyaev, a Russian midfielder, signing here on a free. And David Offord also signing here, a centre midfielder from England, 63 rated. Again, just going to provide some nice backup in the bench and reserves for us. So yeah, didn't really have much money to spend after that insane opening transfer window. 2 youth players into the side. I mean, I don't expect them to provide much of an impact in the promotion race. It's up to the starting 11 to get the job done in that aspect. Oh, we've bottled automatic promotion. Oh my God. What did I say last year? What did I say? Wait, my God, everything just seems to be repeating itself. In League One, if we get promoted through the playoffs, that is going to be absolutely ridiculous. But Brighton and Sheffield United have been automatically promoted, with ourselves, Brentford, Bournemouth and Leeds fighting it out for the final spot. Sunderland, QPR and Crewe Alexandra have been relegated to League One, however. Man City take down Liverpool to win the FA Cup. Liverpool get their revenge, taking down Man City to win the Carabao Cup. Oh, lads, we have taken down Leeds United 2-0 to make it to the promotion final, the playoff final against Brentford. Lincoln City, for the first time in club history, headed to the top flight. Yes, they are. Come on, fellas. Lincoln City, the Imps, Premier League bound, taking down Premier League bound, taking down Brentford. Name something more iconic than Brentford and losing a championship playoff final. Oh wait, but lads, we are up to the Premier League 3-1, and we bloody followed the pattern. Season 1, 4th halfway through the season, 11th. Season 2, 3rd, going up through the playoffs. Season 3, 3rd or 4th, whatever it was, 11th. Season 4, 3rd, playoffs. On the European front, however, it is Dortmund taking down Barcelona, stopping them from going 3 in a row. And Carlo Ancelotti's Everton side have won the Europa League. Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican sensation himself, is looking like an absolute beast. 24 goals in the successful promotion campaign. Archibald with 18, Arke with 17, Daniel Arzani with 9, and then Smallbone with 16 assists. My bloody word, lads. What a team we are building. It is going to be a very interesting start to life in the Premier League, though. We've got a huge challenge ahead of us, but lads, I'm just so excited to say Lincoln City are in the Premier League. Let's crack on. Season 5. Come on, the Imps! The free agents list is genuinely paying out this season. Now, I don't want this to turn into what pre-contracts used to be in rebuild, so I'll try to tame it down a little bit here. But there was no way I was turning this down. This is just good business. Ryan Cherky, an absolute beast of career mode this year. Some people say he looks a little bit like me, at least when I had my shaved head. I think he looks a little bit more like BCHD, but regardless, we are signing the Frenchman on a free bloody deal. That is a good start to life in the Premier League. Ryan Cherky, welcome to Lincoln City. This might come as a little bit of a shock given how much of a beast Theo Archibald has been, but I mean, the math is simple. 26 years of age, only 74 overall. I think the highest he would ever be able to get to is 78, if that. So they've taken the £7 million that Club Brugge have offered and sold the Scotsman. We have also decided to sell Ziad Al-Ouyani to FC Cincinnati for 230k. Now this player really disappointed me. Emil Fredriksson, our first ever signing, I thought he was going to be an absolute cult hero of the rebuilds. I thought he was going to be the next big thing that we signed, but things have not gone to plan, and we've cut ties with the Danish attacking midfielder, sending him to Portugal, sending him to Boa Vista for 1.6 mil. Lewis Monsma also out of the club, off to Tondela for 830,000. Did somebody order a big name signing? Because that is what is being delivered. Serginho Dest, the American defender. Thank God Barcelona have had a £41.9 million release clause on the American defender because we have activated it and brought him to Lincoln City. What a huge pickup for our backline. An end game sort of player. Serginho Dest, welcome to Lincoln City. And on a transfer that is just as big as Dest, it is Ethan Ross out of the club, off to Wolfsberger for £670,000 in Austria, I believe. All right, gonna sign ourselves another free agent regen player. It is Wesley Benkadim, a French defender. Again, just here to really fill up the squad depth. To survive in the Premier League, you need to splash the cash, and that is exactly what we have done. Cherky, Dest, and Benkadim all into the club. To be fair, we only spent actual money on one of those players, but 3 decent signings, especially Cherky and Dest. They're going to up the ante of the squad so much and surely improve our chances of surviving relegation significantly. And I mean, this is what the side is looking like for the upcoming Premier League campaign. I definitely need to work on getting our sharpness up. It's pretty up and down across the board, morale as well. We're not going to survive if we've got unhappy players that aren't sharp. But regardless, the team in certain areas is looking very strong, but in certain areas I'm concerned, especially the defense and the midfield. I'm looking at Oakley Booth and Karpov. If they don't have big starts to the season, they're going to become quite expendable. And yeah, lads, we are in the thick of the relegation battle. Currently, we sit in 14th position, which isn't terrible. But, I mean, you look at the table, we're only 5 points safe. West Ham and bloody Arsenal in the relegation battle. We've got to make sure we keep up an okay start to the season, really improve and try to survive in the relegation battle here. Also, it surprises me that Arsenal find themselves in the position they do. They don't have an incredibly bad side by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, they still have some absolute superstars. All right, lads, we have decided to cut ties here with Tashan Oakley Booth, sending him to Spain, sending him to UD Almeria here, the English midfielder departing the club for £3.65 million. Again, another player that I had such high expectations for. And we have found his replacement. It is Kays Ruiz Atil, the Moroccan midfielder, joining us here for £11 million from Hertha Berlin. So there we go, lads. Ruiz Atil in, Oakley Booth out of the club. We need to make sure that I don't want to be going back down to the championship. Survive relegation by all costs. Come on, Lincoln City. Let's do it. Up the imps. Let's stay in the top flight. We are staying up. Say we are staying up. Say what? Let's go, lads. Up the bloody imps. We survive relegation here. 10 points clear of West Brom. We bloody finished above Arsenal. Not a bad start to life in the Prem. But it is West Brom, Burnley and Brighton all relegated here in Season 5. And lads, Everton are Premier League champions. What the bloody hell? Everton, 91 points, beating out Tottenham on goal difference. Man United have been crowned FA Cup champions here in Season 5, and Spurs have taken down Everton to win the Carabao Cup. Liverpool add yet another Champions League title to their trophy cabinet, and it is Valencia winning the Europa League on a penalty shootout ahead of AC Milan. Man like Santiago Jimenez, this dude is quickly working his way to cult hero status here at Lincoln City. Premier League Player of the Month for May. What a man, what a moment. Let's go, Santiago. So there we go, lads. Couldn't have asked for much more to kick off life in the Premier League. All I wanted was survival, and survival is what we have achieved. Now let's build on these foundations. Let's build on our first season in the Premier League. Let's not get second season syndrome with Lincoln City. So I said last season I was willing to get rid of the midfielder and the defender if they didn't improve. We got rid of Oakley Booth, well, we upgraded on Oakley Booth, and now we're upgrading on Karpov as we bring in Tanguy Nianzou here, the French defender, signing from West Ham United, making the move for £30 million. And we have decided to sell Editayo Eden here, headed to Swansea City for 1.55 mil. So honestly, not the most ridiculous window in the world by any stretch of the imagination. Had a few deals that I was looking to make that ended up falling through or I just rejected, but I just want to see how we're going halfway through the season, because I mean, last year the goal was to survive relegation. This year, I don't know what to expect. Are we going to be in the relegation battle again? Are we a mid-table club? Are we a Champions League club? I could not tell you, so we're just going to let the universe decide, really. And the universe has decided that this season it seems as if we are a mid-table club, which I mean, I'm not complaining about. We need progress. Progress is progress. We currently find ourselves in 10th position here in the Premier League on 29 points. Lads, it feels like it has been so long since we have made a pre-contract signing for a big name player. Ansu Fati. Ridiculous. What a ridiculous signing this man is going to be. In season number 7, Ansu Fati will be joining us here from Barcelona on a free transfer. Things you love to see. I was in an awkward spot with our transfer budget. We had about £10 million to spend, which obviously isn't going to get us a big name player unless we sold one of our starting 11 players. But what I've decided to do is sign Bobby Duncan. He could honestly be sold next season just so I can get that money back, or we could keep him as a reserve striker for a little while. Not too sure yet. The jury is still out, but we've signed Bobby Duncan from Lincoln, or from Derby County, I should say, for 10.2 mil. So there we go, lads. The club is going to be changed forever moving on to next season. Ansu Fati, Bobby Duncan, it's going to be unreal. Let's see what sort of an environment Ansu Fati will be walking into though. A slight little drop off here in the second half of the season, but we have comfortably survived relegation this season. 22 points clear of the drop zone, finishing in 13th position, finishing ahead of Leicester City, which is an accomplishment, but it's going to be West Ham, Watford, and Nottingham Forest all being relegated. No back-to-back title for Everton, however, as Manchester United edge out Liverpool and become Premier League champions. Liverpool have taken down Burnley here in Season 6 to be FA Cup champions. Liverpool have also won the Carabao Cup. PSG defeat Valencia to win the Champions League. And it's Wolfsburg winning an all-German Europa League final. Santiago Jimenez just continues to dominate. This man is on track to be one of the best strikers in the world. 86 rated at age 25, banging himself in 17 goals, I should say, this season. Great season for him. Smallbone and Ake with 6 assists each. Decent season, man. Can't complain with that. But next season, with Fati coming into the club, we need to make some more big name signings to have around him and really make our push to start climbing up the table. I think next year, we need to be aiming for at least Europa League qualification. And there it is, visual confirmation of Ansu Fati's free transfer from Barcelona. We have bagged some absolute bargains in this rebuild. I've been trying to be a little bit more diligent, watching out on free agency, watching out for players running out of contract, and just getting a little short list of players that I'm interested in for even future seasons so that we can monitor them for when they come off contract. Ansu Fati was one of those players, and he is now a Lincoln City man. And I'm telling ya, he's looking good in the red and white of Lincoln City. We have also decided to part ways with Mark Travers. The Irishman has been here for a lot of the journey when he came from Bournemouth, but we have now decided to send him to Leicester City for £14.4 million. And since we got Ansu Fati, we are going to sell Marley Ake. The Frenchman did the job. He did a great job when he was here. But obviously, just natural selection. Ansu Fati, much higher rated, younger. It's just the way things work. Marley Ake off to Inter for just under 50 mil. And we have signed our Mark Travers upgrade. It is a monster upgrade as we bring in Alban Lafont here for £40 million from Montpellier. What a pickup. Hopefully the Frenchman can go absolutely berserk while he's here. So we do have a little bit of money to work with come January. Only signed the one player in Alban Lafont. But again, I feel like I've said this a few times. I like to suss out how the squad's going, get a little bit more growth into certain players that I'm considering selling, and really suss out everything from there. But let's go look at the squad, lads. And I mean, this team is just developing beautifully. Ansu Fati and Alban Lafont have slid in perfectly. Jimenez, Dest, Cherky, Smallbone, all these guys turning into absolute weapons. Daniel Arzani as well. The bench needs a little bit of work, but at the moment, I am absolutely delighted with the way we are going. And like I said at the start of the season, I would love to qualify for Europa League football this year. Forget the Europa League, lads. On the 1st of January, we currently occupy a Champions League spot. We currently occupy 4th position here with Lincoln City. Liverpool top of the league, United and Everton breathing down our absolute necks though. Fingers crossed we can hold on and get Lincoln City into the Champions League for Season 8. So I'm looking to make some absolute moves occur here in the January transfer window. We have started off selling Kays Ruiz Atal, another player headed to Leicester City. He signs for £28 million. A marquee signing here. Let's bloody go Lincoln City. Billy Gilmore joining the Imps. We have signed the Scotsman from Lyon for £88.5 million. 86 rated at age 25. The midfielder of dreams, Billy Gilmore. Welcome to Lincoln City, brother. And in a move that made me a little bit sad, we have decided to part ways with Daniel Arzani. The Australian winger is headed to Old Trafford. He's headed to Manchester United for £53.2 million, making him the most expensive Australian in footballing history. So I was playing around with a right mid addition. There was one guy that I was absolutely set on that I'm hopeful I can potentially sign in the future, but we have decided to sell Yari Vasarin here the Belgian midfielder from Anderlecht. We're going to train him to become a right midfielder, which we can easily do. It should only take a couple of weeks. But we have signed Vasharin for £67 million. So there we go, fellas. An absolutely ridiculous January transfer window. Gilmour and Vasharin into the club. Ruiz and Arzani out of the club. Huge business. And hopefully it results in huge results. No, are you kidding me? We make these huge upgrades to the squad and still drop down to 6th. At least, I believe that means we will be playing Europa League season, or Europa League football in season number 8. But bloody hell, we made the Champions League spots. I wanted to stay there. I might be slightly disappointed about not finishing in the top 4, but at least we didn't finish in the relegation zone like Leeds, Sheffield and Southampton. Aston Villa have come away as FA Cup winners though in a little bit of a Midlands derby there against West Brom. And Liverpool, they have taken down Wolves here to win the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid have won the Champions League, and Villarreal defeat Atalanta to win the Europa League. Ansu Fati hitting the ground running here at Lincoln City, however. 22 goals and 14 assists in his first city as an imp. Jimenez again stepping up, getting 19 goals. The team are just stepping up brilliantly here. But anyways, lads, we crack on. We have qualified for Europa League football in season number 8. The starting 11 is becoming absolutely ridiculous. But next year, the goal has to be top 4 qualification. I think with a few signings, we could honestly be in the title race. Again, this isn't a move I expected to be making. I thought Luka Netz was going to be the player for the future here, but he just hasn't kept up with the majority of the side. So, Luka Netz, we are sending him to PSG for £60 million. And we have done that so that we could sign a new left back here. It is Ryan Aït-Nouri. We have signed him from West Brom. West Brom with an absolutely ridiculous pickup there, but we've signed the Frenchman for £80 million, 86 rated, stud, absolute stud. So there we go, lads, a left back centric window. I know, the most exciting thing in the world, but Aït-Nouri into the club, Nets out of it. Hopefully that is a big addition, and hopefully that's what kind of gets us over the line and gets us into Champions League football. But I mean, he fits perfectly into the side. Honestly, I think we are slight improvements in the defense away, and obviously the bench away from being Champions League contenders. Maybe a new right midfielder as well, Vasharin. I don't know if I want to have him there all the time. Maybe a new attacking midfielder in charge. I don't know. There's a lot of moving pieces in this side. But the thing is, the side is becoming brilliant. I mean, Jimenez up to an 89. We have had one hell of a ride with this bloke. And just a reminder and a show here, we are in the Europa League. Obviously, I won't show you every single thing with the Europa League, but I'm hopeful we can go deep in the tournament. Get in there, fellas. Halfway through the season, we find ourselves in 3rd position here with Lincoln City on 47 points. In a really good spot as well to stay in the top 4. I mean, we're 11 points ahead of Everton and Chelsea, which is great. That's a great sign. But yeah, I have decided to sell Yari Vasharin here only after just one season. We actually have made a really good profit on him. We've sold him for £85.6 million. So what, we've made like, what, a 20, 30 million pound profit in one season. I will happily take that. Vasharin headed to Juve. Now let's go see if we have enough money to get that guy that I really wanted to get last season. Yes, we have. Get in there. Like I said, lads, last season I wanted to make this transfer happen. Couldn't afford it, but we have signed an absolute English wonder kid here. It is Noni Madueke. We've signed him from Real Madrid for 170 or 127.1 million pounds. What a pickup. 25 years of age, 87 overall, an English wonder kid. Welcome to Lincoln City, Noni. Absolutely bloody buzzing with the window we have had there. Madueke into the club is a top pickup. In fact, it's the top deal of the summer, but we have now got ourselves an insane side, and I fully expect us to finish in the top 4 and maybe even shake up the Europa League. Forget the bloody Champions League! Lincoln City are Premier League champions! Let's go! For the first time in Lincoln City club history, they are Premier League champions. We finished 2 points ahead of Man City. Only 3 losses all season. Oh my God. What a bloody season. And at the other end of the table, however, it is Nottingham Forest, Burnley, and Derby County all taking the L and sliding back down to the championship. Not only are we Premier League champions, we've done the double and we've won the FA Cup 2-1 over Everton. Unfortunately, though, it is not the domestic treble as Spurs take down Newcastle to win the Carabao Cup. Bayern Munich have taken down Leverkusen to win the Champions League here. I'm genuinely interested to see how we go in the Champions League next season. And I have a lot more confidence now that we will go well in the Champions League next season because we have come away as Europa League champions here with Lincoln City. We've done the treble, Europa League champions, Premier League champions, FA Cup champions. Season 8 is going to go down in rebuild history. Ansu Fati, you beautiful, beautiful man. 43 goals and 18 assists. If that doesn't get him the Ballon d'Or, I don't know what will. What a bloody season. Jimenez with 29 goals. Smallbone and Gilmore 15 and 12 assists respectively. That is absolutely cracked. I am over the bloody moon. I mean, our manager rating is 98. That is cooked. We're into the Champions League. We are champions of England, Europa League champions. Oh my God, what have we done with Lincoln City? Alright, the goal for this season is to go all out and have our best shot at the Champions League as possible. So, what I'm doing to start things off, we are selling Alban Lafont for £120 million, almost double his valuation to Leicester City. That is something I cannot refuse. We can now go out and surely sign ourselves a ridiculous goalkeeper to replace him and upgrade him. Let's go! Come on! Gianluigi Donnarumma! Jesus bloody Christ, mate. £137.7 million to bring the Italian shot stopper to Lincoln City. That is ridiculous. 92 rated. Bloody hell. Also going to sign a backup goalkeeper here, another Italian, Marcelo Pina, signing from Barcelona for £31 million, only 25 years of age as well. Have decided to sign a backup centre midfielder as well, Nicolas Raskin, signing from Nice for 35.2 mil. And a backup striker into the club, Vladislav Supriha. I don't know, the Ukrainian striker. I'm just going to call him Vlad. Vlad signing for £42 million from Stade Rennais. Jack Clark also into the club as well. Can you guys get the gist of what I'm doing? Absolutely beefing up our bench. Jack Clark, £32.9 million to bring him across from Tottenham. And I have decided to sell Bobby Duncan. We've sold the Englishman to Brighton and Hove Albion. Also found this regen player here, Soren Moka, signing from PSG for £25.6 million. So yeah, that window was absolutely ridiculous. So much talent in. Our bench is going to be looking ridiculous. Our goalkeeper position is going to be looking ridiculous. I mean, our starting 11 was already off chops. But this team is going to be going down in folklore surely as one of the best teams we've ever built. And there is still so much left to do. I mean, you look at this squad. Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican sensation himself, 93 rated. 93 rated. Are you taking the piss? Smallbone up to an 89. Fati's a 91. Dest is a 90. This team is bloody cooked. But we are in the Champions League here for season number 9 with Lincoln City, Sevilla, Celtic, and Club Bruges in our group. Surely we're going to get out of this group. Surely we're going to top it. I mean, I don't care if we top it or not, just as long as we're playing knockout round football. But we topped it. Undefeated, not a single loss. Ourselves and Sevilla are through to the round of 16. We go 4-2, and we only concede 4 goals the entirety of the group stage. Brilliant stuff. Tick that one off the list. Now it's all about who we're versing in the round of 16. And the answer to that is going to be Leverkusen. If memory serves me correctly, they were in the Europa League final last year, so clearly, or no, the year before it might have been, but they clearly can hold their own. They're a gun side on career mode. We're going to have to step up. Looking for back-to-back titles here at Lincoln City, however, currently on track to do it. We're 9 points ahead of Newcastle, Liverpool, and Spurs. That is a brilliant start to the season. Only have a little bit of money to work with here in January, so I'm going to spend £12.4 million to bring across Gonzalo Cardoso as another backup centre-back option from West Ham United. So there we go, lads. Only Cardoso into the club, but our bench is now looking strong. Our starting 11, you know how strong our starting 11 bloody is. But knockout round football ahead of us, taking on Leverkusen. Let's get it going. So here we go, fellas. Our first ever experience of Champions League knockout round football as we travel away to Leverkusen to take on Bayer Leverkusen here. Away goals are all we want on the board as we simulate this first leg, and away goals are what we bloody well get. 3-1. Let's go, lads. 3 away goals on the board. You'll love to see it. We are in a commanding position now as we get home and take on Leverkusen. Please do not bottle this, lads. Leverkusen are going to have to score at least 3 goals if they are any chance of getting into the next round here. But we are going to simulate it, and the scoreline is going to end up as a 2-2 draw. Jimenez getting a brace. We are through to the quarterfinals in comfortable fashion. That would make it what? That would be 5-3 on aggregate. Okay. I'm pretty sure, didn't Lille offer us the job there a few years ago? That's ironic. Anyways, we're taking on Lille in the quarterfinals. And I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to Lille, but of all the teams we could have come up against, we've probably been blessed here. But this is also the type of game that we can't afford to be complacent in. We need to get a strong result here. We need to keep a clean sheet as we are at home for the first leg. We're going to quick sim it here, and the scoreline in the first leg against Lille is going to end up as a 0-0 draw. Okay, on one hand, I'm happy because we got ourselves a clean sheet. But on the other hand, I'm a little disappointed because I thought we should have absolutely been wiping the floor there with Lille. I would have loved to head into that second leg 3-0 up. But I mean, thankfully, nothing happened at all in that game. And it's an even slate heading into the second leg now. So maybe not as comfortable a position as we would have hoped heading into this second leg. But if we get an away goal on the board, we're going to be in an absolutely brilliant position here. Traveling to France, traveling to Lille for a spot in the Champions League semi-finals. We're going to quick sim it, and the scoreline is going to end up as a 2-2 draw. I mean, we're through to the semi-finals on away goals rule, but fair bloody play to Lille. 2-2 across both legs. I thought for sure we would have wiped the floor like 6-0 with them. Alright, so it is going to be an all-English affair here in the Champions League semi-finals. The City versus City derby. Lincoln City versus Man City for a spot to face either Leipzig or Barcelona in the Champions League final. The first leg here as at home. It's at home. We need to make sure we keep a clean sheet. I mean, a 0-0 draw would be great. If we got that again like we had against Lille, that would be fantastic. But anyways, let's simulate into it. Let's see what our fate is looking like as we quick sim here, and the scoreline is going to end up as a 3-1 win. Okay, I can live with that. 3-1 up. They do have an away goal though, which makes me a little nervous because if City, for example's sake, come away as 2-0 winners in the second leg, then we're out in away goals rule. But 3-1 is still a decent lead. Deep breath, fellas. Deep bloody breath. We are one mediocre performance away from a Champions League final with Lincoln City. Come on, lads. I need you to muster all the energy and positivity you have. Let's get into it. The second leg at the Etihad Stadium. It's going to end as a 2-1 win for City, but we are through to the Champions League final on aggregate. Let's go, Lincoln City. Come on, lads. It's been a long journey, and now we have a finish line in sight. Who are we facing? Leipzig or Barcelona? Let's go suss it out. The Champions League final in 2029 will be contested between Lincoln City and RB Leipzig. Let's go, lads! Taking a look around the grounds, though, at the other tournaments, however, and it is Nîmes Olympic defeating Everton and becoming Europa League champs. We have comfortably gone back to back here as Premier League champions, finishing 17 points clear of Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. And most importantly, that means that we have Champions League football again in season number 10 if we do not win tonight. At the other end of the spectrum, however, it is West Ham, Fulham, and oh my God! Brentford got 0 wins, 3 draws. Brentford have got 3 points. What the hell? We've also managed to win the Community Shield here in Season 9. And we've gone back to back in the FA Cup. Let's bloody go. And we've won the Carabao Cup. This is a dynasty. This is a godforsaken dynasty. And we won the UEFA Super Cup. We have won every single tournament we possibly could have. If we win the Champions League today, we would have won every single title. That is fucked. I'm honestly so excited to be using this team in the Champions League final. Oh my, these long-term rebuilds are just my favorite things in the world to do. We have put together an insane side. Whether it's good enough to win the Champions League title with us is a different question. But my bloody word, we have put together an insane side. Oh my God. If we don't win this season, I might have to make a few big changes. But bloody hell, lads. Lincoln City, one of the best clubs in the world, if not the best club in the world at this time and point. We need to make sure that we get the Champions League title here. Let's go hard. Let's take on Leipzig and end what has been a ridiculous journey. Fingers crossed. It is time for the moment of truth, fellas. Lincoln City, Leipzig, let's deliver a Champions League title for the Imps. Defend early on here. Leipzig on the attack. This is a good midfield play from them. Under, I'm just trying to defend, trying to limit the options they have from a shooting sense. Oh, I shouldn't have lunged in there. Under, through. Bloody hell, that is terrible defense on my end. Leipzig have made us pay, and we're 1-0 down already in the Champions League final. What a terrible start. I swear to God, man. They're all over us, honestly. Leipzig are all over us. Thank God it's a terrible touch. Potential counter-attacking opportunity here. Ansu Fati. I see that. Great run. Great run from Cherki. I'm watching the run back as well from Jimenez. We might just have to go for it here with Cherki! Ryan Cherki equalises on the counter-attack. I can't say we deserve it, but you know what? I'll bloody well take it. Come on. Good interception. Another potential counter-attacking opportunity here. Clark going through to Cherki. Cherki through. Small Bone. The Irishman. Small Bone! Drills it! And my Small Bone has just become a big bone after that goal. That's sus as fuck, but Small Bone has just given us the lead here in the Champions League final. Lads, would love to start the second half off with a goal here. Jimenez, great ball at the top to Cherki, looking for, oh, good save. I was going to say a brace, and they get the follow-up. Come on, lads. Third goal here would be massive. Good passing play, good run. Santiago Jimenez has open air, one-on-one. He's going to get a third goal. Santiago Jimenez might have just put a dagger in the heart of RB Leipzig. What a goal. Trying to go and celebrate with... Oh, no, they cut it off. I was trying to celebrate with Mr. Rebuild. Leipzig looking for an avenue back into this game. Almada, just defend it, lads. Do not let them get a goal back. They get a goal back here and it's game on. Defend. Good save, Donnarumma. Good bloody save. What do we have in terms of a counter-attack? Just passing it around here. Cherky. Going there to Gilmore. Jimenez. Going small bone. I see the overlap building, but we've gone through to small. Jimenez, come on. Look for the sweaty goal. Cherky. That's going to be the Champions League. Boys, come on! Lincoln City! 4-1! Let's go! We're going to win the Champions League title here. Come on, lads. Defend. We've been all over them. They've had a good game, to be fair, Leipzig, but bloody hell. Let's keep it at 4-1. Gomez going there to Christian Pulisic. Defend, 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 defend. Good save, Donnarumma. There it is, lads. The journey has come to a conclusion. Champions League winners with bloody Lincoln City. Oh, my God. What a journey. 9 seasons of incredibleness. Santiago Jimenez, a name that's going to go down in the history books. Ansu Fati, what a signing. What a rebuild, lads. I really hope you guys enjoyed this rebuild. It has taken so long to make. You can probably see the bags under my eyes. But lads, savor these title celebrations. It's been Jared HD here. I am out. Peace.